Shalom, shalom. Alright, Hebrew Israelites prophesying, alright, the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Once again, before I begin this video, I'm going to go ahead and face the east. For all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Baharakat. Alright, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and sincere salutations to you hopeful elect Akim out there who are pushing this word in sincerity and in faith. Alright, may Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Kodash have mercy upon you and your household. Alright, so once again, like I was saying, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, aka America. Alright, aka the daughter of Babylon, aka Babylon the Great. And as I'm out here, it's a lot of activity, or whatever the case. As far as my small town, it's not showing across the street, but you got people walking into these little, little bars and clubs and all that, and they have absolutely no idea what's about to take place here in America, man. All right, the same things that took place during the times of Rome and really all those other captivities that fell, the same things are going to befall this place, man. Okay, this place is absolutely through. We can see that, which led me to Joel chapter 3. So let me just see if I can find that. Let me just start Joelle, so I believe that's how it's pronounced, Joelle, chapter 3. Okay. Forgive me. Alright, so this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." So once again, this is your fault. This is your fault. You scattered us. We didn't scatter you. You scattered us. You did these things to us, to the 12 tribes of Israel. And you 2/3 of Israel, you're the number one people partying it up. Alright, before I cut this camera on, but Jakes, probably like Team Jakes, them and their wives or whatever, and they were just laughing, they were laughing their ass off. Like, naturally, Jake likes to joke around. Israel is very lively. What the hell are you laughing at? Alright, this place is absolutely through. Now, of course, certain brothers laugh. Like me personally, I laugh. I like to get a good chuckle in. But there are moments when things are serious, man. Yeah, but that's Jake's attitude. Jake's attitude is that a joke is going to get us out of all of this, and that's just not the case. What's happening right now is something it's irreversible, man. This is not something that can be reversed. This is pure hell. This is going to continue to be pure hell out here. And before I began this video, you had a couple walking down this way. They took their ass a U-turn. They didn't want to come down here, because even though you don't know exactly what we're talking about, right? You get a certain idea. The people that come around, they get a certain idea of what's going on right now. They see the garment. They see the sign. They see the brother reading from the scriptures or from a book, so they know exactly what time it is. Alright, yet they're just gonna disregard it by going the other way or whatever the case is. Gee, you already marked, man. All right, everybody that hears this word and doesn't regard, doesn't regard the Heavenly Father, doesn't regard His men, it's not going to end well for you. And there are going to be certain individuals that, they're gonna disregard what the Lord said. They're gonna disregard what the prophet said, and all these things, and the Lord is gonna save them. And that is going to happen, but that's gonna be far and few in between. It's not like every scoffer is gonna be saved. Now you have certain people that are scoffers right now. All right, as we speak, different brothers are speaking all across, the four winds of the earth. You're gonna have different people that are scoffing, and the Lord is gonna have mercy on them. But that's going to be a rare case. It's not like every person that comes around and scoffing, the Lord is just going to, the Lord is just going to care for them, Anyways, it says, Joelle chapter 3, it says verse 3, and they cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. So look at what you've done to our people, man. The men and the women, especially here in America, are destroyed. They're completely destroyed. Morally, physically, right? Here in America, people got all types of ailments, right? And speaking more specifically about Israel, right? You see an Israelite man just on the corner, bugged out. And I made a video about that, I believe either yesterday or the day before yesterday, regarding just fiends and bug outs and all types of stuff. I seen a bug out earlier, a few hours ago, man. This guy just asking people random ass questions. I don't know whether he was asking people for change. He was running right up on people. 4 or 5 people about to go get something to eat, and he just walked right up to them, asking them questions. Now, eventually, people like that, they're gonna start getting physical. Okay, and he already looked like he was offended by whatever the guy said. It was a group of Edomites or whatever. All right, but ultimately they were scared. See, because they in the back of their mind they know, hey, I'm gonna get this judgment. They don't know from who, from when, but they know why though. And the Lord could put the Spirit on anybody to do anything. So you're gonna see, like it says in the scriptures. Spirits created for vengeance, man. Okay, you're gonna see spirits created for vengeance, and it's gonna get real out here, man. You're gonna see some shit you never seen before, and we've never seen before, and we've seen a lot of stuff, man. Especially brothers in them big cities, you got lots of bug outs. But even where I'm at, there's a lot of bugged out shit going on out here, man. It's only going to increase. It's not going to decrease. This is not going to be something that's going to level off like this economy or anything like that. It's not going to level off. This is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. It's like, all right, and it reads. Back in there. Joelle chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. So that land of Israel, it don't belong to nobody but Israel, man. Specifically the children of Israel. So you got a lot of these people that say, free Palestine, whatever the case is, man. But, okay, what that land really is the land of Israel. That's it. That land doesn't belong to them Palestinians, which most of them are just Ishmaelites, man. Those people that are there right now, it's kind of like a mix of Amalek. It's a mix of Ishmael. You got Cushites out there, and then you also have Jake. You also have Israelites out there. But that's really kind of what it's made of right now. All right, it says, verse 5. It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Speaking about the children of Israel, you took us And no matter what captivity we were in, we served up under you. It wasn't like we served up under you and eventually we were set free. Like, okay, y'all did y'all's job. So if you think about it, the book of Obadiah, really, right? You should be, Esau, you should be happy. Your ass gonna build, you're gonna build up the kingdom of heaven. And after that 1,000 years, you're gonna be destroyed. Really, you deserve more than that. But hey, that's what the Lord has, man. But best believe that thousand years is gonna feel like 100,000 years to you damn devils, man. So that's why we're not really worried about it. Yeah. On one hand, you want them, you want to just beat their ass for 10,000 years. But we're gonna have things to do that doesn't involve having to deal with Esau. He's gonna be used for what he needs to be used for, and he's gonna be moved out the way, man. So right now we enjoying looking at your downfall. We're enjoying this. We enjoy reading the scriptures, man. That's the best part of our day. Reading the scriptures. Prophesying the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom, man. Babylon the Great, aka America. Alright, so it says, verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Let me read that again. Joelle chapter 3 and verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, so all 12 tribes of Israel, right, have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own heads. So the same place that you put us in captivity, most recently America, and other parts of the world, but more specifically America, this is going to be the place where the Lord is starting to deal with his men again. He's starting to give us that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So now you on the outside looking in. Now you hurt, right? Because you put us in captivity, you did all these different things, and now we're popping back up. Okay, we're popping back up like we never left. All right, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not going to leave a certain number of men, despite what you may think. So you can try as much as you want to, but really you can't stop this. Something happened to one of us, it's just gonna be another brother teaching his word. Ultimately, it doesn't matter, man. So trying to put tape over the mouths of the men of the Lord it's pointless. It's pointless. This word, it's thousands of words in this book set up to prophesy against you damn devils, man. All right, and he's put us in a certain position in order to know these things, man. All right, so it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So yeah, you're gonna have taskmasters. In the kingdom of heaven, we ain't gonna be your only slave masters, man. You're gonna have Moabites over you, Ishmael's gonna be over you, Ham's gonna be over you, all these other nations are gonna be over you, man. And that's what you're gonna be subject to. And you're gonna cry, and you're gonna whine, and you're gonna all that. All right, you so-called white people, but it is what it is, man. See, the spirit ain't gonna be in us to feel any sort of remorse. We don't feel any sort of remorse now. All right, may you damn devils catch more hell, man. May you continue to die of these different diseases. This is what we want. This is what we set up to do. We set up to teach, and we set up to watch all these things happen, man. This is the point. We set up to teach and watch it happen. We're the watchmen. So we're seeing people fall to the left. We're seeing people fall to the right. We're seeing people die on the daily. And it's increasing. That's why we continue to say that. Hey, the Lord has his hand out. Eventually, he's just going to start killing people. And he's already doing that. We've seen that first. It's going to start off morally. You decaying. It's going to happen physically, man. And just watch. When the Lord starts killing these people on a very massive scale, you're going to have people starting to come in. You're going to have people starting to say, okay, What's the name of the Lord? What am I supposed to do? But it's gonna have to take thousands of people dying. See, this C-19 thing, this is just a walk in the park. It's about to get ugly out here, man. Pertaining to the scriptures. This ain't something that we just making up. This is what the Heavenly Father is saying. Alright? But anyways, it says, let me read that again. Verse 8. It's like it. Joelle chapter 3, verse 8. It says, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. So that sounds like slavery to me. I don't know about you, but that sounds like slavery. If you really think about that, that's slaves, man. And in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be slavery. Whether you want it to be or not. We're just glad that it's not us. We went through our little stint. We did our bid. We did our time. And now it's your time. Now it's time for you to get your ass beat. All right, it says, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So that's what you're about to see. That's what you're seeing now. Right? These missiles, these weapons. Where do you think these weapons are at, man? They're not just chilling in these different stockpiles. They're preparing these things, man. They told y'all, all right, we're about to have war over here. We're about to have war over here. And then they turn around and they say, oh, no, we're not. Just to see how the people react. Which is actually a pretty smart move, man. You want to keep your enemy disoriented. You want them ultimately confused. You don't want them to know exactly what's going on. So you want to keep them in a state of confusion. And that's what this place is in at this point. People don't know what the hell is going on, man. There's certain days, me being here in Babylon the Great, sometimes I forget what day it is. You know, I'm not gonna front. I'll have to look at my phone. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's Wednesday. Because it's just so much confusion here. You got so much going on. You know, different brothers got children, or whatever the case is. You know, your job and all these things. So you're subject to this place. You're subject to dealing with the certain things that are in this place. But we're not of the world. We just happen to be here, man. All right? We just happen to be witnessing this. Lord's will, we don't get dragged into this. Once the bodies start dropping, we don't have to take part in this, man. All right, the people falling out. You're gonna start seeing people just perishing, and just watch when they cut this internet off. Watch when they cut this water off. All right, this electricity. When the gas lines get cut off. All right, all these people that are you know talking their mess, they're gonna have to back it up. Lord's will, he completely remove, you know, his elect out of the way. So we don't even have to deal with that, man. And you have to truly believe that. You have to truly believe that, hey, despite different mistakes that brothers have made, right, pushing forward, being diligent, that the Lord is gonna reward us, man. But what's the best reward? Getting them new bodies, man. Lord's will, we get the new bodies first. That's part of being the 144,000 and the 1/3, man. You get the new bodies first. Like when the newest car comes out, you know, the super rich get those newest cars. You know, the 2023 Bugatti, the 2023 Bentley. Why? Because they can afford that. So us, you know, Lord's will, we're spiritually rich. We get to pay it all. You know? Speaking through the Spirit. But this new body is not going to deteriorate. We're not going to get old. That's beautiful. Different brothers, and you see videos of different brothers, you know, different elder brothers, when they were younger, doing videos, peach fuzz on their face. Now they got grays, man. That's beautiful, and that's inspiring, because that goes to show that there are men out here that are pushing this word, in sincerity and in faith, all the way through. These are inspirations, starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, these are the men that were set up to teach us, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you different people, and you different camps, you continue to go against the elder apostles, man. And for what? Just to look stupid. Okay, so it says, verse 12, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. So now they starting to get awakened. And when you go into a room and you wake somebody up, you start to shake them. At first, they may still be asleep a little bit, but the harder you shake them, that's when they, they open up their eyes. What? They get up, they start wiping the crust from their eyes. That's what these heathen nations are doing. Right? See, while you worried about the real housewives of Atlanta, while you worried about, love and hip hop and all that, these other nations are preparing war against this damn place, man. It's only going to continue to get worse. All right? It says, let me read that again. Joelle 3:12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat. All right, the valley of decision. All right, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So that he set that up to judge the heathen and to judge Jake. Is Jake gonna be in that? Jake gonna be in that war too. Now, and I'm just saying this through the Spirit. None of the brothers that are out here teaching are even gonna go over there and be drafted and go over there, man. The Lord is gonna allow those men to go in different areas and all that. You're not gonna see one of the men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua with a M4 marching. The spirit ain't gonna be on him to do that. Now you got certain men that are currently, in the military right now that are gonna get out. They came into this truth. I met a guy one time. My car was acting up. This is before I sold it, but my car was acting up. My car was overheating. So this guy, this Jake, in a military uniform, he helped me out. He was cool Jake. I believe he was, Asher, maybe Issachar. Just for me, just an observer. He told me that his name is DeLeon. And I had asked him, what does that mean? And he was like, it means lion. So he's a Jake. He's a Jake, and he gave me his number, and I sent him a link to the videos. I forgot what he asked me, some sort of question. I sent him a link to the videos. Now I never followed up and asked him, hey, did you ever watch these or whatever? Hey, he's in the military, so right now he's a bit compromised or whatever. But who knows, man? Through the Spirit, he might be watching the videos. Whatever the case is, he comes to the realization that he's an Israelite, man. There was a lady that helped me too. I think she was a Jake too. She was a nice lady. It says in Salakia, but like the elder apostle Rakah was saying, the Lord is going to put the Spirit on different heathens also to help you out. So you're going to have that happening too. When things start to get heavy, the Lord is going to put the Spirit on certain heathens to be cool with you. You may have a boss that's a heathen that may have, they may be fond of you, help you out or whatever the case is. Hey, that's great, man. That's great. You can't just deny help. If a heathen says here, I want to give you, 40 pounds of beans, 40 pounds of rice. You're not gonna say no to that. You're gonna say, okay, you're gonna take it up and then thank the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right, so it says, verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. So this place is over. It's gonna get to the point where the Lord is gonna come back. Right? We at that point where the cup is being filled all the way to the top. Now the cup is starting to spill. It's getting everywhere, man. All right, so guess what? The Lord's gonna come and He's gonna clean up. He's gonna clean this mess up. And how is that? The Lord is gonna be in the missiles. The Heavenly Father, His Spirit is gonna be in the missiles. And He's also gonna send His Son. All right, and as He's sending His Son, we're gonna have all sorts of chaos breaking out. So all hell is gonna be breaking loose. So really, the Heavenly Father's Son is that final straw. All right, that's the final straw. That's it. You know, it says, verse 14, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. So upon this happening, you know that the Lord is near. You know, it says, verse 15, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So basically, this place is gonna be through. This all goes back to this place being done. You know, where's your monthly prognosticators, like the scripture says? Where are going to be all these people saying, okay, we got to do this, we got to do that? You're not going to have that. The people are going to be just all out confused, all out through. All right, nothing's going to shine except the light. How about showing you how it shines? Everything else is going to be dull. It's going to be darkened. There's going to be no help in that day except for the Lord. That's the only way you're going to get help, is if it's the Lord. If it's the Lord helping you. Okay, outside of that, you might as well forget about it. Forget it. Okay, so it says, verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter His voice from Jerusalem. So He's using men, starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. He's using men to push His word out. All right, the same men that you disregard is nothing. Right? We know that we're something. You don't got to sit here and try to belittle us, but you're gonna continue to do that. Which that's cool, man. We serve a mighty power. We're not worried about what these people got to say. We're going to do what we need to do, and we're going to keep it pushing. All right? It says, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of His people and the strength of the children of Israel. So all this is going to be shooken up. It's going to come down. We're going to trust in the Lord, man. All right? As you see these stores continue to shut down, the economy gets worse, we're just gonna put it in the hands of the Lord. Forget it. We don't want this place to continue anyway. So we're gonna continue to wish more upon this place, man. Shit, we hope this place shuts down tonight. Now we know that's not gonna happen, but that's something that we need to be constantly thinking about. This place is slowing to a halt, and it speaks about that in the book of Hebrews, I believe. So it's that's a cat, man. I thought I heard some rustling through the leaves, man. And this is a very spiritual area that I'm at, man. It's a giant mound of so-called Native American bones, man. It's a huge mount. Let me read that again. Joelle chapter 3 and verse 17. I was like it. 16. The Lord, all capital letters, also shall roar out of Zion and utter His voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of His people and the strength of the children of Israel. So we're gonna need the Lord. Verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power dwelling in Zion. All right, so like the elder brother you call I not out there based in Sacramento, he always says through the Spirit that the Spirit is in us and not on us. It's in us, man. We know that we are the children of Israel. Our spirit, beareth witness with the Holy Spirit. In Lord's will, we are those men. All right, we're those men that were on the highways and byways, prophesying the downfall of this place, and it comes to pass. Starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millicent. All right, so it says, Joelle chapter 3, verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Right? Separate. Right? His separate nation. The premier nation on the earth. The children of Israel, more specifically elect. More specifically. It says, then shall Jerusalem be holy, there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. So there's not gonna be no mix-up. You're gonna know who Jake is, man. It's being made apparent. Y'all know who the children of Israel are. Okay? Y'all know that. He got this guy. He's probably a heathen. He chose to walk across this business. This is a U.S. highway. He chose to walk over the highway rather than just take this crosswalk that's right here. All right, because he sees me. All right, us speaking this word comes with a certain spirit. The Lord is just using us, man. All right. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. So this place is going to be through. All right, specifically this place, America. We can already see it. We can see, all right, it's deteriorating. It's just like when you do a demolition on a house. All right, you knock down all the walls, you do all that, and then the whole place just gets bulldozed, man. Right, to be desolate, a desolation. Right, it says and this is why, just in case you don't know why. All right, it says, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. So there's no statute of limitations on murder. All right, everybody knows that in the court of law. So if you did this 200, 300, 400 years ago, you're going to have to pay for that. That's not something that you can just brush off. This is something that's going to continue to be brought up all the way up until your ass goes into captivity. And all you nations too, man. All of you nations, you're all going into captivity. But specifically, we're going to speak on Esau Edom. Because he's going to be catching the hell like nobody else. Everybody else's afflictions are going to seem light compared to Esau Edom. People are going to look down at Esau Edom. You're going to have people who are actual servants and slaves look down upon the children of Esau Edom. Like, damn, man, look at them. Look at those pieces of shit, It says, let me read that again. Joelle 3:19, it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But, which, once again goes back to the book of Obadiah, speaking about what you did to the children of Israel. All right, but Judah shall dwell forever, in Jerusalem from generation to generation. So we're going to live forever. All right, Esau Edom, you're through. After that 1,000 years, hey, hasta la vista. We ain't even got to look at you. All right, we're still going to talk shit about you. When you're gone, we're going to be like, hey, you remember them damn devils, man? Yep. We're gonna laugh and rejoice on the times we put hell upon you for that 1,000 years. Okay? It says, Verse 21, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. So, the Lord hasn't gotten his payback yet. We're just now entering the part where this story starts to really ramp up. Really starts to get juicy, so to speak. Joelle 1:5. Awake, ye drunkards, and weep, and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. So look at this place now. All right, you compare this to what, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. This place is through, and we know that. We understand that. So as we're seeing this place get worse and worse and worse, we're gonna tell the people, okay, take that same approach, that same energy that you had, and keep up with it. It's because ultimately being proud, it ain't gonna do nothing. We're seeing these people get in a worse and worse and worse state. Worse quote unquote mental health, worse finances, worse family dynamics. What do these people have to rejoice about? Nothing. What, your woman's leaving you? She's taking the kids. The house is getting foreclosed on. What else? I mean, it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse and worse. And guess who she's stepping out on you with, Jake? Right? Anyways, it says, verse 6, for a nation has come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he hath the cheek teeth of a great lion. He hath laid my vine waste and barked my fig tree. He hath made it clean, bare, and cast it away. The branches thereof are made white. Lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. So we're supposed to be mourning the children of Israel. Look at what's happened to us. Look at the condition that we're in, man. This is horrible. Being subject to these other nations, being subject to Esau, Edom. Alright, and why is that? Because we came against the Lord. So ultimately, we gotta suffer. That's just something we gotta deal with. And it's horrible. Being here and being subject to this damn devil is the worst punishment ever. Because this shit is perpetual. It ain't like, even if you go on vacation, you catching hell. You catching pure hell. Alright, it says, verse 9, actually, Salakia. Let me just start off from the top. Joelle chapter 1 and verse 1. The word of the Lord that came to Joelle, the son of Pethuel. Hear this, ye old men, and give ear, all ye inhabitants of the land. Hath this been in your days, or even in the days of your fathers? Tell ye your children of it, and let your children tell their children, and their children another generation, which has trickled down to here in the year 2022. Which that's crazy to even say, 2022. We 100% in the future, no doubt. Right? It says, verse 4, that which the palmer worm hath left hath the locust eaten, and that which the locust hath left hath the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm hath left hath the caterpillar eaten. So you got all these devils from all these different generations continuing to rule over you. This devil has ruled for a very long time. And his rule is coming to an end. Also, these other nations ruling over us. Right? And now we at the time with the caterpillar. This caterpillar is done, man. This caterpillar is about to fall on its side, man. Alright? Awake, ye drunkards, and weep, and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. So all this college TikTok challenges, right? Mukbangs or whatever the hell they call it. You know, you so-called black women eating them crab legs and all that on camera. All that's coming to an end, man. Now you getting gout. You having to beg online. Like your boy Sharp. Like your boy Sharp said, internet panhandlers, man. Internet panhandlers. You see all these women with their cash app up. This is gonna get bad. It's gonna get to the point you're gonna see women out here physically begging for money, and then you know how they're gonna get that money, man. You know how they're gonna get that money. All right, they're gonna have to hit the blade, man. Work the strip. Hey, because prostitution is gonna make a big comeback, and it's making a big comeback. You got videos of guys driving up and down, different parts of LA, New York City, so on and so forth, and you got women just out there just openly flaunting. They willing and ready. They ready for this, right? That's something that they want to do anyways, man. Yet it's going to be a lot of economic pressure to the point that even though they're going to want to do it, they're not going to want to do it so frequently. Because right now they're just doing it for a free meal. They're doing it to make their Snapchat story interesting, or they make their Instagram interesting, or to tell their friends, funny, what they think is funny stories. But eventually they're gonna have to start having sex for food. And the elder brother Malcolm, right, GMS Maccabean Spirit, right, subscribe to him and be edified. He's constantly speaking about that. How these women are going to revert back to selling their bodies, man. All right, it says, going back to verse 6, for a nation has come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he hath the cheek teeth of a great lion. That's speaking about you devils. Because when you came and you took us over, it was a great number. We got completely surrounded and ransacked and taken away. All right, it says, verse 7, he hath laid my vine waste and barked my fig tree. He hath made it clean bare and cast it away. The branches thereof are made white. It says, lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. So we're supposed to have that sense of, damn, okay, how do we get back to our former state? How do we get back to being on top, man? We're supposed to be sad to a certain degree, not sad to the point of overthrow. All right, but you're supposed to lament, man. You think about this place and you lament. Nothing is yours here. Your woman, your kids, right? Nothing. Right? Jake may have a business, but then you got E coming up in there telling you what to do. So nothing is yours in this society. Okay, it says, verse 9, it says, the meat offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of the Lord. The priests, the Lord's ministers, mourn. The field is wasted. The land mourneth, for the corn is wasted. The new wine is dried up. The oil languisheth. So all these new things, they out here. What new things have come around that's sticking, man? All this shit is temporary. But we're seeing that really the only thing that's permanent are the words in this book. The words in this book cannot be debated. They can't be. It's undefeated. This word is undefeated. All right, it says, verse 11, be ye ashamed, O ye husbandmen, howl, O ye vine dressers, for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is perishing. So we should be feeling like, man, we are in need of a savior. That's the attitude that we should have, wanting to be saved by a savior. That's like you got a bunch of crops, you got a bunch of wheat crops. All your wheat is eaten up. All your wheat is eaten up by locusts, and you still want to talk shit. Oh, my fields are fine. They'll be okay. That's you people. Everything is being destroyed right before your eyes. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and you don't even see it, or you do see it, and you want to say that everything's going to be fine. And you got that in certain movies. These different apocalyptic movies, you have certain guys, they just stay in the house. They're like, no, I'm going to stay in the house. Everything's going to be good. One day turned into two. Next thing you know, it's a week later. 2 weeks later, they're so weak they can't even move. And they just die. Lord put that spirit on them to just be confined to their house. You got a lot of people like that right now due to this C-19. But you got these different things like DoorDash and all these other things that are set up to quote unquote keep you afloat. Once all that breaks down, all right, you're gonna be stuck in the house. You're gonna be worried about, and it's gonna be something new. All right, from Spirit Power, how about Shemiyah Shine? Now it may be under the same banner as the CV-19. They're gonna come out with something new. All right, some new sort of strain, something like that, to really get your people riled up. All right, people gonna start getting active out here. Okay, so it says, verse 13. Oh, Salakia. Verse 12. Joelle chapter 1, verse 12. It says, the vine is dried up and the fig tree languisheth. The pomegranate tree and the palm tree also, and the apple tree, even all the trees of the field are withered, because joy is withered away from the sons of men. So you can see that. What do these people have to look forward to? Nothing. This place is through. Gird yourselves and lament, ye priests. Howl, ye ministers of the altar. Come, lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my power. For the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your power. Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly. Gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord your power, and cry unto the Lord. All right, so we're supposed to be seeking out our Heavenly Father, man. All right, these people are going to continue to do what they do. All right, ride around in their cars, go here, go there. They're not worried about the things that are taking place and that are about to take place. Okay, so it says, verse 15, alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. So this is destruction coming specifically from the Heavenly Father. This ain't coming just from any old body, man. This is the Heavenly Father doing it. So we set up, okay, to warn, all right, give you the warning. Hey, and from there, you do what you do. All right, it says, verse 16, is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our Lord. So you can see this place being cut off. We're sitting here, we see these people every day. We see some of these same people every day. They're through. They're through these different clubs, restaurants, these buildings getting foreclosed. We can see that. You niggas are on your last legs. You really ain't got nothing left, man. All right. While what's happening to us, we getting more built up. As you can see, these people starting to dwindle down. We getting built up. That's why ultimately you have to have that spirit of, man, fuck these people. These people are through. You can see that. They go home, they're through. They go to work, they're through. Because they don't have the spirit. They're done. So when they see us, right, you different brothers, okay, people constantly say, hey, we like being around you. You're bright. You're witty. You're cool. Right? Because the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiyah Shai. So, Lord's will, we keep that spirit in us, man. The Lord can just boom. The Lord can just take it out. The Lord can just put it, into another Israelite man. And that brother can be on fire and doing his thing, man. Which the Lord is going to be doing. The Lord is going to be doing that, man. He's going to be switching out players out of this game, so to speak. If you're not performing, to the best of your ability, if you're not giving it your all, he's just going to sub you out. He's going to put somebody else in your place. That happens in football, basketball. All right? And it also happens in this truth, man. So we have to be mindful of that. That this is our opportunity. This is our opportunity to shine. And we've been given a great opportunity and an honorable, job, man. This is not something that everybody gets the opportunity to do. And this is a very beautiful role to play, man. Okay? Now it comes with certain pressures. But hey, the Lord is not going to give you any obstacle that you can't get over if you are of the elect. You know? So it says, verse 17: the seed is rotten under their clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down. And the corn is withered. How do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed. Yeah, so look at you heathens. Look at you heathens, man. You are done. You know? I went and got something to eat earlier today. You had a bunch of heathens. And out of everybody that was in that restaurant, he came up to me for help. You know, he needed help with something that was on his phone. He had some technical issue going on. Why? Because he wanted to come to us. He don't want to go to these heathens to try to figure out a problem. He wants to come to us, man. All right. So you know, I helped him out. He went on his day. Okay. But it says, how do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed because they have no pasture. Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. So by us being scattered, by us, you know, having to be subject to these other nations, we're desolate. That's why ultimately you need a shepherd. Ultimately, you need the Heavenly Father through His Son, because without that, you're done. You're just gonna be lost. You're gonna be walking in circles. And that's not what we want. We want to be led and we want to be directed. All right? Because the kingdom of heaven is going to come down here upon the earth. We got to be led to that. We got to be directed in that way, man. We don't want to fall to the wayside like these people. We can see what's happening to these people, man. We don't want to be like these people. They're getting worse and worse. I'm starting to get to the point, man, I'm just dreading having to go to the store, having to go to the gas station, because it's even more bugged out. Like, just when you think you've reached the ultimate ridiculous level, it gets even worse. It gets even worse. You can't go nowhere without seeing a bugged out Jake or a bugged out heathen. Literally everywhere that you go. All right. It says, the beasts of the field cry also unto thee, for the rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness. Woo! And so now look at these people. They hurt. When are we gonna go back to normal? There is no more normal. You're not going back to normal. It wasn't normal beforehand, right? So you're not going back to that. Imagine if they just said, "All right, we're going back. Everything's going back to normal." Hey, the level of wickedness that would be going on in here, man, it'd be crazy. Because we remember how it was, before this whole CV, before things started getting shut down. It was bad, man. It was bad. I wouldn't even go out on a weekend. I'd avoid going to certain places because that all this activity and everything is popping. Which certain brothers, there are certain brothers that used to really hit the club and really, go out and be very social. And then there's certain brothers like me myself. I've always, not really been like that. I've only been to the club maybe twice in my life. That's just my spirit. That's all right. So, every brother is different. We all come from different backgrounds. But upon coming into this truth, we realize that ain't the way. You have certain women that go every weekend, every ladies' night, every Thursday. They up in there drinking the same drink, wearing the same outfit, right? Sleeping with the same men. Yeah, she'll switch it up every once in a while. But for the most part, she's sleeping with the same men, or the friends of those men. All right, Joelle chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. So basically, we here to warn Israel. Now inadvertently, we're going to wind up warning the other nations, telling them that, hey, the Lord is coming back. But really, we're speaking to the elect of Israel. All right, it says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So we in that time. We in the time with, hey, the Lord is about to come back. You have different people speaking it, different pork chop pastors, these different guys, right? And the Lord did that. The Lord set them false prophets up to speak a little bit of the truth, mostly lies, sprinkling some truth. He set that up. All right, it says, verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So it's never going to be anybody like the children of Israel, man. You're not going to have some mystery group of people all of a sudden come over and take over. No, man. We're the ones who are going to have the perfect bodies. Okay? It says, verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. All right, so hey, this is the missiles, man. This is the missiles. All right, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. So that's them nuclear missiles. That's them ICBM missiles, man. Set in battle array. You about to see them missiles coming down uniform. You're not going to see one missile coming at a 45-degree angle and another missile coming at an 11-degree angle. No, man, they're all going to come down. It's actually going to look beautiful, man. Now, it's not going to be beautiful to get hit with them, but upon seeing them come down, it's going to be beautiful, man. If you watch the movie 300, at the end, where they shot all the arrows at the same time and they all came up, they came down, and all Leonidas could do is just eat them things, man. Because there was so many it was so many arrows that really, even if you had a shield, it wasn't gonna block all of them. It was so many arrows, you couldn't even see the sky, man. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be so many arrows. Right? It's gonna get dark. They're gonna be exploding, in atmosphere. Some of them actually physically, physically on the ground. Some of these lower level missiles, Ultimately, them ICBMs are gonna be exploding up here, down there, and this whole place is going to be leveled, man. And that has brought a lot of controversy. All right, that brings a lot of controversy, because what the people are saying is somehow this is our fault. Here it is. I don't even have 2 pennies to rub together, let alone come up with some master scheme like that, man. So ultimately, you run it out of time. You try to put the blame on us, have us, have us as the enemy or whatever, but forget it. Forget it. By then, it's going to be too late. All right? By the time you realize what's really taking place, you're going to be so confounded. A lot of the people, when they see the missiles coming down, they're not going to know what it is. They're going to be like, what is that? All right? But just missiles, just peppering. It's just like when you got a salt shaker and you just shaking it on the table, it's just raining. All right? That's how the missiles are going to be. It says, let me repeat that. Joelle chapter 2 and verse 5, it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. And if you've ever had like a big ass bonfire, that fire start whistling. If a fire is hot enough, it sounds like that fire is you can hear it. It almost sounds like it's screaming. You might throw some in there. It just instantly, poof. You hear it crackle for a second. You hear it kind of scream in the fire. Like you may toss a big ass piece of wood. It's going to instantly, if the fire is big enough, it's just going to instantly consume it. You know. It says, verse 6, before their face, the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather black. So all people are gonna be hurt. Because we're talking about missiles. We ain't talking about, you know, nothing casual. Now there are also going to be rods, giant metal rods that they're gonna be shooting. There's already many articles about that. You know, these different rail guns and things like that. That's going to be low. Now, of course, these metal rods, they're going to be able to destroy a very, you know, large area of space. But it's going to pale in comparison to the missiles. The missiles is going to be the true backbreaker, so to speak. That's what's going to really be putting in work. Like Jake likes to say in the world, putting in work. Heavenly Father's going to put in work on this place, man. All right, it says, verse 7, and Salakia. But verse 6 is a sharp contrast. At first, you had the people proud, all right? Now their face is going to be pain. And that's coming soon. All right, this ain't coming 15, 20 years from now. Nope. This is coming soon. All right, verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. So all of these missiles, they're going to come in a uniform sequence. Like when you see, 7,000 troops amassed at a border, they're not just randomly here and there. You don't got 15 soldiers over here, 30 over here. No, everybody is aligned, man. I remember doing that in ROTC. We would line up, and everybody would be right in front of the other, and it would make a perfect square. It would be so symmetrical, man. You know, the way you turn this way, you about face this way. Everybody's doing it at the exact same time. It's gonna be in sync. All right, it says, verse 8, Joelle chapter 2, verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another; they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So you're not gonna have, you know, one missile accidentally bump into the other one, and it detonate, and then it detonate, you know, 30 other missiles. Now, man, these missiles are all gonna come down uniform, and no matter what you shoot at it, right, they're gonna try to shoot all types of stuff at it. It's not gonna work. All right, it says, verse 9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city, turning up. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. They about to open these windows up, man. If you ever seen videos of a big explosion, the windows are gone. The windows are absolutely through. Are you gonna see that big waves of air and you know, just gases and flames, and it's just gonna look horrible all at one time. Boom, whoosh, knocking things out of the way. There's gonna be pieces of building here and there, and eventually, as things continue to get bombarded, nothing's gonna be left. Nothing. You know, like the elder brother Kanat, you know, GMS dedication. Subscribe to him and be edified. He constantly speaks on that. It's not going to be even a piece left in this place. You're not going to find like a old brick or old McDonald's cup or something like that. No, this place is going to be completely level. All right, it says, verse 10, The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So this is going to cause a quake. Right? This is going to cause a great earthquake. Man. The whole world is going to witness this. They're going to see this place being bombarded and done away with. Okay? They're going to be pointing up in the sky. People are going to be watching it on the news. All right, it says, verse 11, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and terrible, and who can abide it? So once these missiles start popping off, who's just gonna be able to wait that out? Nah, man. Ultimately, if the Lord don't send the chariots to come get you, right? The angels, right? In them chariots, right? And yes, by definition, they are extraterrestrial ships, right? As strange as that may sound, right? This is beyond the earth. This is far out. Yet it's true. All right. Strange but true. You know, and that's that's an age. That's ages and ages old. That phrase, truth is stranger than fiction, and it is. It is. It speaks about that in the scriptures. I think this is a strange. See the strangeness of our salvation. Man. Let me see if I can pull that up. Because it seems odd, but it actually makes perfect sense. Let's see if I can get that. Strangeness. I can't find the specific. One. Which, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Romans 13:11, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So we're at the point now. We in the times. We in the times in which the Lord is going to come back, man. Oh, this is beautiful. Isaiah 52:10. The Lord hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations, and all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power. So the Lord is gonna send out his angels, and he's gonna send out his son. So the whole world is gonna see that, man. It's gonna be strange to them. It's not strange to us. As soon as we see the Lord coming to the clouds, man, we're going to be hoping and praying that He's coming for us, man. Right? Because He's going to be here destroying a lot of people. So we want to be saved. We want to be saved by Him, man. Right? He is salvation. He the deliverer, Yahweh Shai, man. That's Lord's will. He comes and He saves us because we need to be saved. We're not going to make it out of here without Him. Okay? And that's spirit. Isaiah 33:2. O Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for Thee. So that just cuts. The Sakari saying that waiting for the Lord is a waste of time. What does it say here? Let me read that again. Isaiah 33:2. O Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for Thee. Be Thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. Woo! That's beautiful, man. And the time of trouble is coming. All right, the time of Jacob's trouble is coming. Okay, to the point where all hell is going to be breaking loose. They're gonna bring the chip out. All right, the people are going to be tempted with the chip. Now, most people are going to take that chip. That's just what it is. And let me get that too. That's in the book of Revelation. Might have spelled it wrong. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and 16. This is the one I was looking for. But, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which that is the microchip, which that microchip is coming. They're already telling you about that. They got it on the news. They got it on TV. They put it on 60 Minutes. So you already getting your warning. You getting your warning on the left hand side. Now the right hand side been warning you. All right, starting off with the elder apostles' great millstone. But now the left hand is warning you. That's how you know it's about to get serious. All right, when this devil starts to bring these things out, because he's putting it right in front of your face. All right. Anyways, it says, going to the and I'm trying to find the point. Let me see. Let me use another word, because if you don't use the exact. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. So I didn't put 4 heads, so it didn't register. So this is Revelation 20 and 4. It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So these are going to be the people, right, who are going to be set up. These are going to be the first people that are going to be in a position of power in the kingdom of heaven. Because you're going to have a lot of these people that are going to take that mark, right? Speaking about the 2/3 of Israel, they're going to take that mark. They're going to be destroyed on this side. That's that second death, right? And the second death comes from the missiles. Basically, if you take that mark, you're either going to be thrust through with the sword, you're going to die from starvation, you're going to be eaten, attacked, killed, wounded to death, but ultimately, you're going to get hit with the missiles. Because you got to think about it, even the people that die, you might get thrust through with the sword. All right, if your body is still laying out, all right, you in a building dead, or this shit, even if you're on the ground and you're dead, you get buried, your ass is going to get hit with a missile. So imagine that. You already dead and you're going to get hit with a missile, man. So that's not something that you want. So that's why we're out here. We don't want to go through the same judgment that all these people are going to go through. So what we're going to do, we're going to prophesy. We're going to prophesy, right? We're going to fast. We're going to do the things that we need to do. Because it's not determined by the rest of these people. The rest of these people, they can't save you. They can't save you. You lose your job. Who got 1,000 on them? Who got 2,000 on them? All right? And ultimately, these people are in credit card debt. They're broke. So ultimately, they're going to need to take the chip. That's what it's going to come down to. They're going to break your will. They're going to put that chip on you. That's why you got to have the spirit not to have the chip. Because you're going to have people who are going to say, oh, I'm not going to take the chip. I'm not going to take the chip. And the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to take the chip, man. That's where this comes into play. Once again, Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the witness of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So why would we want to get put to death being around these damn people? That's a waste of time, man. All right? We got actual skills, actual talent. So we're not going to waste our time with these people, man. We can see what's about to happen. It's as clear as day. If you can't see it, hey, man, the Lord ain't working with you. Because it's saying it right here. People are going to be beheaded. People are going to have their heads chopped off. They got them guillotines working, man. And if you've ever seen a picture of a guillotine is actually a very intimidating weapon. A guillotine really is a sword. It's a sword. It's a big ass sword attached to a big ass string. And they pull it, has a weight on it, and then cuts the head clean off, man. Instantly. All right, and you're still alive for a little, a little 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You know, so that's horrible. All right, imagine seeing your own head, man, just rolling. And they're not gonna have, and this devil is efficient, so he's not gonna just have heads rolling all over the place. He's gonna have a little collection. He's gonna have a little collection of heads. When them heads start falling off, man, it's not like it's gonna be heads rolling all over the place, man. It's gonna be a little. Like a little pit for them heads to just roll into. All right, and that's a horrible death, man. Hey, being beheaded is I can't even imagine that, man. Just imagine your head being completely lopped off. And certain men of the Lord had to deal with that, being stoned to death. Being trampled by horses. All right, beaten to death. All right, succumbing to injuries and eventually dying. Having all their bones broken by having rocks thrown on them. Big ass rocks, too. Big ass rocks. We're not talking just little small rocks. We're talking about boulders. We're talking about a 60-pound rock being thrown right on top of your head, man. And that happened to them. All for teaching this word, and now this word has trickled down to us. Now we have to keep this word safe. We have to be protectors of the gospel, man. We set up to be protectors of the gospel, not these people. These people shit upon the Lord's words, man. That's why they try to shit upon us. You can't shit on us. There's nothing you can say. There's really nothing you can do, right? You really can't be against the Lord. It's impossible. Yeah, you can not like what you can not like what the men say, whatever the case is. This word is bulletproof. You're not gonna come up with some sort of outside measure. You're not gonna creep around. You can't sneak into the kingdom of heaven. So what you gonna do? You're gonna have to humble down, man. We've all had to do that. I had to do that earlier. I was about to open my door to get out. We had a car full of Jakes about to park in a parking spot next to me. They were honking. You just close the door. That's it. Close the door. As soon as they pull in to the parking spot, they look into the side, mean mugging. There's about four Israelites. I just let them have it. Go ahead, y'all go ahead, man. You good? Because we not out here looking for a fight. Now part of you, that at first you want to, get up out the car, just start whipping all their ass. But no, man, it's not the spirit that we need to be in. We need to be in that humble, meek spirit. Fall back. Let these things take their course, man. And sure enough, it did, and I went on with my day. All right, you're supposed to agree with your adversary peacefully, man. All right, quickly, roughly paraphrasing. So you really not supposed to be going back and forth. Whether this is with police or whatever the case is, you're supposed to be in the spirit of, all right, it's cool, let it pass, and it's all good, man. Because you sitting here, you trying to resist police, you trying to resist certain amounts of authority. That's gonna put you in a bad position, man. That's really what a lot of these people are going to be subject to. As these decrees start to get more and more heinous, you're going to see the people really not agreeing with that to the point of overthrow. they're going to get physical. They're going to get active. While us, shit, we going to keep prophesying, stay in the cut, so to speak, and have the Lord deliver us. That's what we waiting on. We can't depend on these people. Look at these people. For every happy, smiling face, you got 10 depressed ass people. All right, and the only reason why a lot of you are happy, you got demons on you. People don't get happy and smiley and jumping, right? Till they see you bringing out the word. Now all of a sudden they having a great time. They're trying to convince you that everything's cool, right? They trying to convince you that you wasting your time. You out your damn mind. We're doing exactly what we need to be doing. All right, what the fuck are y'all doing? Right now we're doing exactly what we need to be doing. This is the most important thing that you can be doing, you Israelite men. So you can't look at us sideways, man. We just doing our job. That's it. All right. Okay, but anyways, man. Hey, that's the spirit. Because you had this guy listening to that one song, Pusha P. We're pushing prophecy. How about that? All right, we're pushing prophecy. And really, it's the spirit and power behind Shimei Ashai that's pushing prophecy. This is like a car that's going 5 miles per hour, and we just behind the car with our hand on the bumper, just walking along the car. That's it. We not really pushing this car. We kind of, we just along for the ride, man. But being along for the ride, you got to be observant. You got to see different things that are in front of you, right? Okay, because we spiritually, all right, we in the back seat. All right, the Heavenly Father is driving everything. You got Yahweh Shai in the passenger seat, directing everything, seeing how everything is going, And then you got us in the back seat. We're supposed to be watching. We're supposed to be watching out for whatever is happening, and speaking on it, man. Because Yahweh Shai sees everything. There's nothing that they don't see. So our job is to speak to the children of Israel. Lord's will, they wake up, and the Lord deals with them. But for the most part, they're just going to be bugged out and they're going to die. That's it. That's something that you come into the realization of, being in this truth after a certain amount of time. I've been in the truth for a few years. So I'm a young man. You know what I mean? So it's apparent. We gotta keep pushing. Because Lord is bugging people up. So if we have the opportunity, if we have the honor, right, to teach this word, like it speaks about in the book of Romans. It speaks about the how this is an honorable thing. And how we have the honor and how we have the covenants. We get to practice the laws, man. These laws don't belong to these heathens. It belongs to us. So we have to do this accordingly. You know what I mean? Because we've been set up in a certain way in order for us to teach this word, man. All right, let me see if I can find that. It's either 9 or 12. I always just don't know either one. Alright, so yep, it is 9. How about Shimei Ashai? Alright, so it says Romans chapter 9 verse 1. I say the truth, Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost. I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. So it's up to us. It ain't up to these damn heathens. They don't know what's going on. Right? Speaking about these other nations, they don't know. They're so busy living their life, they don't see prophecy is literally right in front of our face. All right, we in that time. We in the time where the Lord is about to be knocking, and the Lord is gonna knock, 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 knock. And as soon as you look up, boom, door gonna be open, man. You're gonna see a host of angels. You're gonna see the Heavenly Father, Son in His full glory, right, coming from the east. That's gonna be a beautiful time, and we're gonna say, ha 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 ha. We told you so. Good luck talking shit. Now come on into captivity. Get through. You know? That's because, you know, like the elder apostle Ramla was speaking about, you know, we're going to have a righteous arrogance about us. It's going to be in righteousness, though. Everything that we do in those perfect bodies is going to be in righteousness. So we're not going to have to worry. We're not going to have to worry about certain things, man. All right, just keeping it a buck. Once we're in them new bodies, whatever we're doing, that's righteous. Whether that's whipping you heathens from sun up to sundown, right? Because we're not gonna have to sleep if we don't want to. That's part of being perfect. We're gonna do things when we want to do it, and that's completely fine. All right, so it says, let me read that one more time. It says, Romans chapter 9, verse 4. For Israelites to whom pertained the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all. Power blessed forever. Amen. So Lord's will, we are part of that number. We are part of the number of the people who are being blessed, man, which really is the elect of Israel. Everybody else is through. You might as well just forget about it. And that's why the people they contend with this word so heavily, because all your life you've been taught, you know, everybody, the Lord loves everybody. Well, if the Lord loves everybody, well, why are the 12 tribes of Israel in this lower state? Because you can see that you starting off with Esau, Edom, right, here upon the earth, down here on the earth, you at the top, right, and then you got all the other nations. You got your damn heathens, and then all the way at the bottom is Jacob. We know that that's not right. That's why it says in the scriptures that the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. You might as well have yourself a good time. Do what you're about to do. Because this shit about to get flipped upside down. We seeing it. We seeing it right now. We seeing people go from a 401k, 2-3 businesses, 6 cars, children's college is paid for. Now, flash forward to now. Now the kids are getting out of college. They're addicted to drugs. You're getting your different businesses foreclosed on. Your wife is leaving. We're seeing it. We're seeing, and this is not just happening to a few people. This is happening on a worldwide scale, right? Domestic violence is going up. Divorce is going up. Drug overdoses going. More people have died of drug overdoses now than any time in human history. Why? Because people are they're checking out. They're checking out. They're through. They're done with this place, man. So what they do? They took a handful of pills, and they knocked them bad boys out, man. Knock them back. Now they're convulsing on the floor, man. And see, and it's you damn devils that are going through that. You don't really see Jake going through certain things like that, overdosing off pills and whatnot. That's you so-called white people, man. All right, so it says, oh, this is beautiful. Verse 6, not as though the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai hath taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So even the 2/3 of Israel, you won't be seen as an enemy, right, on this side. Now in the kingdom of heaven, everything's going to be cool. As far as right here, right now, oh, hell no, man. We can't be alongside you people, right, because you unequally yoked. We see the spirit that's coming on you people, man. It says, verse 7, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And who did Isaac have? Isaac had Jacob and Esau. And we know the story of Jacob, and we all know the story of Esau. This is elementary, okay, at this point. If you don't know the story of Jacob and Esau, you lost. you lost. Even you plantation Christians know about Jacob and Esau. And you wanna put Jacob in an evil light. You the fucking devil, man. You the devil for that, man. And that really, when you really think about it, that really ticks you off. Cause it's the nerve of you damn devils. Here it is, you done killed everybody. You done robbed, murdered, done all this. You done established all these different wicked places, and then you want to set us up as the wicked man. That's why we're gonna continue to see these things happen. You covered up the faces of us. You put your face in our likeness. You're saying that the angels, you got little small, so-called white angels. Man, that's bullshit. That's why the Lord is confounding all them images, man. You getting messed up. Nah, your spirit getting all shaken up. You through? You done? All right, and it speaks about that, and you would cover up the faces of the judges. So now you hurt, which is good. May you continue to hurt. May these people continue to be hurt, man. All right, all the way up until the point that they fall over, man. Fall to the wayside. Hey, and to be completely honest, we love seeing it. We love. Hey, every time I see a homeless Edomite, joy flows through me. Literally, I get happy because we seen the downfall of our enemy. Who would have ever thought that in the 50s? You wouldn't see a homeless so-called white man in the 1950s. That was not a thing. That was not a thing. You saw Jake fucked up though. You saw Jake fucked up. You didn't see a homeless Edomite man in the 60s. You know, you started to see a little bit in the 70s. You saw more in the 80s. Saw more in the 90s. New millennium. A lot in the 2010s. Now in the 2020s, damn. It's more homeless Edomites than Jake. Because really, Jake loved this oppression. So Jake get on his grind out here. You know? All right, so it says, Romans chapter 9, verse 8. It says that is they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahweh Shema Shai, but the children of promise are counted for the seed. So the Lord has all his children accounted for. Speaking about the children of Israel, more specifically the elect. All right, you had these two women walk past. I don't know if the camera got them or whatnot. But she not wearing any damn clothes. I don't know how she out here. All right, for me, this is just me speaking. I think it's cold as shit out here, man. You know, but for them, you know, that